As we said earlier, David Lee Roth was arrested in the park for buying $10 worth of marijuana.
Hey, Gary, can't you get him on the phone? I need to talk to him. David Lee Roth, the guy from Van Halen.
I thought it was pretty funny because also the news reporters were saying, usually, in his videos, he's surrounded by curvaceous women, but in the park, he was all alone. Buying his $10 bag of pot.
Yeah. What's that all about?
I don't know. But they say he didn't give them any trouble. He went quietly. Can you imagine? He had to go sit in that van with all the other dregs they were dragging out of the park.
Hey, look at that. It's David Lee Roth. Hey, Rockstar. How you doing?
He was arrested at about 4:45 and wasn't released until 8 o'clock, so he had to hang around in some sweat tank all that afternoon.
You think Sammy Hagar's happy?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he's rolling around on the floor giggling.
Yeah. Did you get David Lee Roth on the phone?
Well, no. I called and I got an answering machine, so I thought maybe you'd have a better chance of getting him on than I would.
All right. Give me the number.
It's one of those voice things, just like it's one of those robot noises.
I can't believe Dave doesn't have a cabbie give him $20 to do his pot copping. And what is he out getting pot for?
Well, other people were making a big deal of the fact that, of course, in radio interviews, he's complained that he left Van Halen because of the drug usage by other members.
Yeah, exactly. See what I mean? Well, that's medicinal marijuana.
Hello, I'm unable to answer your call right now. Please leave your name, number, and message after the tone.
Hey, David Lee, it's Howard. We're on the air. I mean, I'm on the air. Howard Stern.
Your machine is on the air at this point.
What's going on with all this pot stuff?
Howard?
Hey, David Lee. I knew it. There he is.
Robin, how you doing?
Good morning.
So what? What's your take on this whole arrangement here?
I'm not sure. My first shock was, why is David Lee Roth copping his own pot in the park? The park is like the most dangerous place in the world. Anybody who's ever been to New York, you just don't go into that park. Not only that, you tend to be ripped off or something in there. Plus, why would you only buy $10 worth of pot at a time? Because you got more millions than anybody I know.
Well, Howard, I don't smoke millions of dollars worth of pot.
Right.
And, for many, many years, it was something like buying a pretzel and a soda pop on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, right.
Kind of thing. And I understand the clean up the park situation. I see both sides of it.
Yeah.
And,
Well, yeah, that's why I was
kind
upset.
of a rock and a hard place here. I'm told this is a $35 ticket here. Do you know anything about that?
Well, I thought it was like, the most I could find you is like $250.
All the police told me that that's what happens for multiple busts if you have 5 or 6 or 7 times.
So in essence, marijuana is legal in this country because...
Yeah, you get a traffic ticket.
Yeah, you get a traffic
ticket.
ticket.
Summons. There was no fingerprinting or no mug shot or jail cell or...
But here's what I don't understand. Why didn't you just call Jackie if you needed pot? Why would you go to the danger? And why did you buy... Wait, let's go through this. What happened? What were you doing that night? Which beautiful woman were you with?
It was in the afternoon.
What was going on that day?
You know what, guys? In lieu of who knows what kind of fine or what kind of situation we're dealing with here.
Yeah, maybe
I'm really kind of unaware, and I don't know how, I don't want to make a joke out of it.
Yeah, right.
And I don't want to, maybe this is a conversation we should have after.
Like after
maybe we'll see you on one of those public service announcements.
Yeah, maybe that'll be good. Hi, this is Diamond David Lee Roth here, and I just want to remind all you kids not to smoke any pot because it's bad for you.
Or at least don't inhale like Clinton.
Right, yeah, exactly. Actually,
you know what? If your dog poops on a sidewalk here, I think it's $100 ticket.
Yeah, right. Well, you know what? You were smart not to buy pot from Jackie because he'd rip you off. I think you stand a better chance in the park. But that park's a scary place, man.
Yeah, you don't mind dealing with those people.
No. It's not a terribly scary place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, and when it's sunny, there's a lot of people around and so forth.
But I know that good pot is like $400 an ounce. So for $10, you probably just got like a joint.
Just a little walk in the park, Howard.
Yeah.
Just a little.
I thought
the
you
most
didn't.
creative $10 I ever spent, I guess. Huh?
I thought you don't even smoke.
Barely, I guess. $10 worth of medium. Huh? That now after 15 platinum years, you know, David Lee Roth smokes $10 pipe.
I bet you Sammy Hagar's probably all happy now. You know what I mean? Because he feels such a rivalry with you. He's probably happy. You know, oh, look at Dave. He got busted.
Oh, he's down in Cabo Yabo kicking up the hills.
Having a big party. But meanwhile, I was listening to OU812. I was out running the other day, and I'm listening to that. Man, does he ruin that record. Those are some good songs. If you were singing them, it would have been 10 times better.
Was that their first one that they did after the split up?
Oh, my God. I
wrote half of those melodies.
You did?
Half of the vocal moves and everything we had already done and were on little demo tapes.
Yeah, but because I was saying to Robin this morning, those were really good songs. But when he starts screeching, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
Cat Howard, he says nice things about you, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, if the guy can't handle some criticism, what can I tell you? I mean, you know, right away, I'm going to kick Howard's ass. Wait, why? Because I think you're not a good singer?
What was that all about? Did he actually threaten that he was?
We didn't even see him.
We didn't even see him. But the point is, he ain't threatening anyone.
Doesn't sound like, huh? And you know, like we talked about before, when you talk about music, nobody ever says, hey, Jimi Hendrix, a great right cross, huh?
Yeah, right. All I know is I'd rather listen to fingernails on a blackboard than listen to that singing. That's screeching.
Don't sugarcoat it, Howard. How do you really feel?
Yeah, but the point is that, as you say, you know, maybe you better, like, reserve comment till after, like, to get the whole thing straightened out.
You get into trouble, you know.
So what'd you do? They took you down with all the dregs?
Oh, there were a lot of people there. There were lawyers and actors.
But did you have to sit in a van for a while while they were still...
Did you say in a van? Did they cuff you and stuff?
You know what, guys? You'll be the very first ones that I talk to.
You're not even talking about that? That's got nothing to do with it.
I really don't want to, you know, make it sound like I'm making a joke out of this, and I really don't take this lightly. We spend the better part of a day here.
Your lawyer got a hold of you, boy. I'll tell you that.
I don't know.
Somebody around.
Don't make a joke.
Who knows?
So did you have?
No, that's something that, you know, you got to think about in advance, because obviously somebody's making an example here. Everybody else walked out in half an hour, and I was there for
a couple hours,
considerable amount of time. And when I walked, it was all of the press and everything. I got to say that the cops who were actually involved in the whole parade there were actually pretty decent guys.
Really?
Yeah. I think
so. They didn't cuff you?
Somebody's just looking to make an issue, and if that's the case, well, mission accomplished.
What David Lee is saying is, hey, normally when you buy $10 worth of pot, you don't even have to do anything. But now, all of a sudden, it's David Lee Roth. They could make a whole big deal out of it and really bust his balls for a good couple of years. You know what I
heard somebody saying, you know, it's terrible, you know, somebody that kids look up to.
No, come on. Come on.
Listen, people looking up to David Lee Roth?
I don't think that after, you know, in this length of time, and this is my first time I've ever been involved in anything even remotely like this.
So when you were in the big house, any guys try to come on to you?
No, they tried to give me their phone numbers and told me, look, we'll deliver to you.
Right. So basically, when the cops see they have you, they're like, oh man, David Lee Roth.
They didn't know at first. I don't dress up.
Right. You're not wearing like
when I'm walking. No, I don't wear full blast.
Yeah, spandex and.
No,
he's not Diamond
like
Dave.
Yeah, right. Diamond Dave buying pot.
It was a little while before they figured out. You know.
Yeah, because
it's not like I'm hiding it. You know, but he finally asked, "So what's your name?" It caused a little bit.
Yeah, but the point is, if he dresses up like David Lee Roth and he goes to buy like $10 worth of pot, they right away charge him $25. You know what I mean? They realize what they're selling.
Then we're looking at 14 days.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I don't think anything will come of this, but I know what you're saying, that you might be a little bit nervous about it.
Well, you know, I'm not getting the usual treatment, so stay tuned. You'll be the first ones that...
You think Sammy Hagar's all happy?
I think he's probably happier that Vince Neil is opening up for them on their upcoming tour.
I see.
Well, Sammy's Vince's dad, you know. Guys, I'm out of here. Have a really good day.
All right, man. Thanks for picking up the phone.
See you.
All right, when you get the verdict, come in here. Yeah. David Lee Roth... Gary was right. If I call, he'll pick up.
Oh, that's wild.
When I make a call to your house, it's sort of like, all right, if I pick up, how bad is it? If I don't pick up, yeah, how bad is it? Then maybe he'll start ragging on me. Didn't it sound like he was rolling a joint while we were talking? Didn't it a little bit?
Oh, well, let's move along. David Lee Roth.
But really, it's like the court system is so overtaxed that it really is. This is considered nothing. But they could get a hold of him and really mess him up.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
He's
so he's playing it right,
fixed up.
He's like, hey, I don't want to make light of this.
He could. Yeah. We know.
Yeah.
You don't want to make light of this.
Yeah, you don't. I was almost up before a grand jury one time. I started making some jokes about coke,
and we wouldn't even know anything about it.
Yeah, we don't even do any drugs. We don't even go to Washington Square Park and buy pot. I gave all that up like 100 years ago.
Yeah, we were kids when we used to do that stuff.
So we were talking about it, and this DEA guy here, so he goes, okay, let's get him up before the grand jury.
Yeah, joking is
joking is an offense.
So that was pretty scary. All of a sudden, we had to get lawyers for jokes.
Jackie, would you ever buy pot in Washington Square Park? Seriously.
You have to be crazy.
You have to be nuts.
I have no idea. I thought he was going to say that was a false story. It was a lookalike. I just can't imagine.
Yeah.
And especially as wealthy as he is, a doorman. Here's $100. Go get me a little bit of pot.
Right.
Who would ever take that chance?
I know.
Unless he was looking for the publicity.
I can't believe that.
I don't think he was looking for that.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
Just one of those things.
Of course, he's probably an old hippie, who thinks it's not a crime, which, depends on...
He's not an old hippie, though. He doesn't fall into the old hippie category.
He's not older than you, Jackie.
Yeah. Everyone to Jackie who smokes pot is an
You're
old hippie.
You're an old hippie.
Well, I'm talking about...
Jackie's not even a hippie. He's just old.
I'm talking about where
he's old and smokes pot.
I'm a beatnik. I'm small.
There you go. David Lee Roth, if you just quiet down for a second, you can hear him. You hear him beating his head against the wall going, I am a jerk. What did I do now? I've got the perfect life, and now I got to deal with this. David Lee Roth, we wish him well in his case.
Yes. We'll be there for you, David. Solidarity.
Right. Jackie had to leave early today to go sell pot to David Lee. Just kidding.
Just a joke.
Just a joke. He wouldn't do that.
Oh, and by the way, one other thing that I failed to mention today is that former New York City Police Commissioner Lee Brown is expected to be named drug czar for the whole United States today.
Tell David Lee.
David Lee was trying to get hired as drug czar. He thought that meant you had to go out and cop some pot. David